That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about Sea Fever, which will be available on VOD April 10th, 2020, courtesy of Gunpowder Sky.
This film was directed by...
It's the second feature of Neasa Hardiman. It premiered at the 2019 Toronto International Film Festival.
What was this person's first film?
In a dialect that I can't pronounce.
Okay.
She's Irish.
Well, I like this movie.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise, actually.
And I don't know, well, it is in part to our current situation with COVID-19 and self-quarantining, that this film felt very timely.
Yes.
And appropriate. Mm-hmm. And some of the themes, I think, were right on the nose and handled very well. But anyway, let's tell the story.
Okay, it's about a young woman named Siobhán.
The redhead?
Yeah, the redhead.
Oh.
That's how they pronounce it. Siobhán! Played by relative newcomer Hermione. Corfield is a marine biology student, and she takes, it's kind of like almost an internship on this west of Ireland trawler to look for... A boat, to look for abnormalities in the environment, and they stumble upon a strange creature that infests the crew.
Yeah, so all these people hop on this boat, go on this trip. The captain goes into like restricted water.
It's called the exclusion zone.
The exclusion zone. And something weird happens where like this squid-like creature or like a jellyfish-like creature grabs onto the boat. Mm-hmm. And weird things start happening. Yeah. So basically it is like a live organism. Mm-hmm. And it has little parasites that are leaking from it and infect almost everyone on the boat. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's almost like a quarantine procedural is what it becomes.
Yeah, but well done.
Yeah, I think it's
well done.
Well written lead performance as well.
Yeah, it really struck me because the staff of the boat, they're painted out as being somewhat superstitious.
Yeah, it touches on a lot of like maritime myths. I think that the more you know of might.
Because when something starts to go wrong, when they realize that there's something attached to the boat and it's seeping through a hole or whatever you call it, the staff they're kind of like they kind of brush it off as like nothing and it's not a big deal. Just go down there. The sailors don't want to get in the water because they say it's bad luck for sailors to know how to swim. So they ask the scientist lady to dive down there and look. Mm-hmm. And I thought the visuals of what she saw in the water were really good, really well done, and it was creepy. It unnerved me.
And then the reason that Connie Nielsen, the skippers are played by a couple. Connie Nielsen is Freya and Dougray Scott is Gerard. And Freya explains that why sailors don't learn how to swim because it's better to go fast because no one wants to drown.
That
no one wants to die slow, so it's
when they realize that she's a redhead because she comes onto the boat with her hair covered, they're all freaked out because apparently that's bad luck. But anyway, when the scientist returns from her dive to tell everyone what she saw, she's obviously shook, and they're just like, "Oh, there's just barnacles, whatever." But then it becomes obvious that whatever was attached to the boat is much more serious, and it has infected some of the passengers and crew.
And of course some gore and violence.
There's some gore, which I actually thought were some of the weaker points to me. Like the parasites are like these little bugs that are very fast and strong, and they seep into the body really fast. And the first notion we get of its destruction is one of the guys in the boat, like they pop out of his eyes. That was a bit much for me, but it still was, it's cool. Anyway, yeah. And then the bulk of it is her the scientist trying to explain to everyone, like, why they need to do certain things.
The importance of quarantine.
The importance of quarantining. And then, of course, these people, like the two people, the skippers running the boat, they don't want to listen to her. They don't believe in what she's saying. It's not until they are actually, like, witnessing it themselves and the effects of it that they kind of listen to her, but by then it's too late. So sort of the climax of the film is the wife of the captain. She's like, we need to go back to shore. And the scientist is like, no, because we're going to spread this parasite, this virus. And she's like, no, we have to get to a hospital. Like, she even says, so you want me to, something about like, I'm not going to save my family to protect other people. Mm-hmm. And the scientist is like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, why are we going to like make all these people suffer over one person? I just thought it felt so relevant to what's happening now. But even if we weren't going through this, I think it was really well told.
It is well told, especially for something that's quite familiar, because you'll get shades of Alien and The Thing, obviously, but of its own.
The bones of the story are very familiar.
Yeah, but it's of its own merit.
Yeah, I really appreciated the performance of the scientist. What's her name?
Hermione Corfield.
I really liked her, like, her, you know, to see this like young woman, because she looks young, mm-hmm. be so confident and knowledgeable. Like, I really liked that. Yeah.
Well, and then, you know, the other main players are notable. Connie Nielsen, of course, from Gladiator.
Which one was she?
Freya.
Which one was that?
The skipper's wife, who's also a skipper.
Connie Nielsen.
Connie Nielsen. She's Danish, I believe. She was in Susanna Beer's Original Brothers. She's Wonder Woman's mom. In Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot's mother in Wonder Woman.
I thought Wonder Woman's mom was Robin Wright.
That's her aunt.
Oh, okay. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, Connie
She
Nielsen.
was great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. Dougray Scott, who I think in the late 90s, early 2000s was kind of being bred to be a matinee idol kind of that didn't take off. He was in Ever After and Mission Impossible 2.
That's the captain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then Sierra, the older woman, Olwen,
the white-haired lady?
Yeah, her last name, Fouéré, which I'm butchering how that's pronounced. She's in a lot of good stuff. She's in Mandy with Nicolas Cage, who's in a really great film called Beast from 2017.
Okay.
I like her. Production value, the score, the look of the film,
I think for what I'm assuming was not like the highest budget, it looks great.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. What would you give it?
I would give it 3 out of 5 stars.
I would give it 3 out of 5 stars as well. Thank you.
Thank you.